declared this same thing at the time of the conversion. Let me T-Mobile broke down last time. Spectrum broke down this time. Well, what it is I watched this podcast by Tucker Carlson had this guy on who was an ex-CIA agent, and he has come up with his own phone because our phones download everything that we've done all day long to Google and tell them what we're up to. And it's usually about this time of night. Let's see, it's about 1:57. And so, anyway, so hopefully, like the last time, it flew in chapter 15. I didn't lose any of my material. I didn't have to start over. So hopefully, the same thing happens this time. He was told, so I'll just pick up where it was. He was told to go into the home of a Gentile and preach the gospel without the law. The people were uncircumcised. They didn't follow the Mosaic system. They ate pork, and yet they were saved. The council would listen to Simon Peter because he was narrow-minded. Remember, we found out he was a bigot. I don't say this in an ugly way. I mean that he was a Jew of the Jews. He himself said he had never eaten anything unclean, and he wouldn't have thought of entering the home of a Gentile. He stuck as close to the Mosaic system as any man could. So if Peter spoke up, they would listen. Now he testifies that the Gentiles had heard the gospel from his mouth, and they had believed. You mean they were actually saved? Yes, they were saved by grace. Peter himself had to learn that salvation is not decided by whether you eat meat or don't eat meat, whether you eat pork or doesn't eat pork. Salvation is not dependent on our observation of the Sabbath or Sunday or any other day. Salvation is by grace through faith. We are free to choose what we wish to do about these other things. We have freedom in that connection. Verse 8, and God, which knoweth the hearts, bear them witness, giving them the Holy Ghost, even as he did unto us, and put no difference between us and them, purifying their hearts by faith. Does Peter say that God purified their hearts by keeping the law? No. But by going through a ceremony? No. By joining a church? No. By saying a simple prayer? No. By faith. Peter says, I went into the home of Cornelius and gave them the facts of the gospel. They believed and were saved. Where's the prayer in there? They believed and prayed at the simple prayer and were saved. No, it's not in there. They believed and were saved. The Holy Ghost came unto them just as he had come to us in Jerusalem. I do believe that the elders should question them, and they did demonstrate that they were saved by speaking in tongues. But that's a whole other issue. That was for Peter's benefit, not a general practice. My friend, this is always the only way of salvation. It is by faith. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to speak in tongues, okay, to merit your salvation. Jesus Christ did it all for you 1900 years ago. And it's going to soon, we're going to have to start saying 2000 years ago. All God asks you to do is to accept his son who died for you.